Hello lads, ladies, gents, ladettes, whoever, whatever, welcome back to another video. I know that this is another cringe update video, but there is some news I wanted to share with you. But before we get into that news, I want to start off by saying thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. The channel managed to reach not only my tier 1 goal, but my tier 2 goal within the first quarter of the year, which is just mind-boggling. I really can't thank you guys enough. So the only goal that's left is to push for that 1,000 subscriber mark. If I don't get there, I am not going to be pressed about it. I really am just over the moon with the success that we've had so far. All the views, likes, comments, everything, I just really appreciate it. To get to the news and keep this relatively short, I've managed to land a new job, thankfully. It is full-time, so there might be a little bit of disruption when it comes to the release schedule of everything. However, it shouldn't really affect anything. I should still have plenty of time in my spare time in order to do a video a week. However, I do want to give a heads up that, hey, maybe 1 week here and there I might miss, life might get in the way. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm still aiming for one a week, but if I don't get there, I do apologize. Also, the extra Thursday videos might get moved around. So taking out the trash as a series will definitely continue because you guys seem to like it and I love making it, but it might replace a retrospective once a week just to kind of make my workload a little bit easier. In theory, I should still have plenty of time. You know, again, life happens. The remake, remasters, and ported series, that's pretty easy to make. They'll probably still stay on that Thursday slot, and they might become a little more often, a little more regular, or videos of that nature, because they only take a couple hours to really put together. It's mainly research, and that's about it when it comes to those videos. There's not really a lot of effort that goes into them, as I've mentioned in the past. They're not high effort videos, they're just for fun. Whereas taking out the trash, you know, I do want to give a game maybe like 10 to 15 hours depending on the game, maybe 5 or 6 if it's a bit of a shorter game. I don't necessarily want to play through the entire game every time like I do for a retrospective, because otherwise I feel like I'm asking too much of myself. So we've got Fallout 76, you know, on the horizon, as I hinted at in my Redfall video, so keep an eye out for that. That'll probably come out in about a fortnight, on Thursday, something like that, maybe in like roughly say 20 days, give or take, assuming everything goes according to plan. But I am not going to guarantee that that will be released when it gets released. It'll come out when it comes out. I have other videos in the works. So we have some PS2 games being done at the moment. So I'm working on the Robots tie-in game and the Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events PS2 tie-in game, because I think they're just kind of fun to go back and play, even if they're not the greatest games. I mean, a lot of tie-in games typically aren't, but I do want to kind of step back a little bit into some older stuff. I've kind of veered a little too much into the newer stuff for my own liking. So we're going to do a couple of them. I'm going to do the PS3 game Heavenly Sword, assuming I can capture the footage the way I want to capture it, and everything works the way I want it to work, because I am going to use an emulator to capture the footage. But if I can't use the emulator and I'm not lazy on a given day, I will set up the PS3 and capture it that way. But the good thing about this job is some upgrades are going to come to the channel. Firstly, I'm going to be upgrading my recording interface. This is the only real guaranteed upgrade that I'm doing, because although I don't mind my little Behringer thing that I have, it's all presets and I don't really have a ton of control. So to have something where I can actually do EQ on the fly and have it just set how I want all the time, and I don't have to do editing, EQ and things like that, is going to be really nice. So that's one thing. And if I don't quite like how the microphone mixes with it, then I will buy a new microphone, as although this one is perfectly fine, I'm using the Blue Ember. I am not opposed to spending a crap load of money getting the SM7B like a basic bitch and being like, yep, that's the last microphone that I get, and probably invest in a new microphone arm, because I'm just using a cheap $20 one, because the Blue Ember is light as anything and doesn't really need it. The only other thing that I will be probably investing in is a Xbox One, maybe a Series X, but I really doubt that one, mainly because I do want to go back and be able to play original Xbox games and, you know, the 360 era of games. Even though I do have a 360 there, I think just having something that's going to have the online component where I can just download them, play them, I don't have to spend a lot of money or time hunting games down, you know, hoping the disc works and all that is just going to make life a lot easier. Yeah, I do want to give Xbox a little bit of love. I think it deserves it. I do want to do some more Sega console related stuff, but I never grew up with that. Sega was not a real big force here, at least from my childhood. Like, it was all Nintendo, PlayStation. I didn't know a single soul who owned anything Sega related growing up, so yeah, I do want to explore that library a little bit more, but I do need to invest in that stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for listening to this little ramble. I hope you guys stay safe out there and looking after yourselves. Kofi shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to put it in because this is an update video. No one cares. But thank you to those who support me on Kofi. As I said, you'll get a video on Thursday, and we will continue with our regular stuff as I'm going to try to push and just get ahead because I've sort of fallen behind a little bit by me being lazy. So stay safe out there. I love you all. Be good people. Look after yourselves. Stay healthy. And yeah, that'll do. Bye.